no.
This combination right here.
Oh, no.
Look at this.
I don't even know what to say about this.
Hey, some people might think we hate women because we be getting on their ass so bad.
We
For the moms with liberty.
So yes, he has absolutely a chance to win. And as you said, every candidate starts out with a good 45%, and then it's a matter of the rest. The challenge for President Biden is that on the facts, the economy is far better now than it was under Donald Trump, who failed in his one.
False.
I've never heard anyone say that.
I've literally never heard
Everybody keeps saying that because of the pandemic.
I don't understand why.
But that's clear.
I don't understand why they keep trying to use that as his selling point. Like it's not.
You know what? That's what it is. Because the rate was so low of unemployment after the pandemic, and Joe Biden got in during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So when he got in, the rate was low.
Yeah, when he got in, everything started going back to
high.
normal.
Unemployment was high. Yeah, and then started going back to normal.
As soon as he
look what Joe did. He fixed the world.
Yeah, of course the unemployment rate was high. People couldn't work.
Did y'all see the video that Michael Rappaport made, bro? About how the economy... I want to show y'all so bad. We gonna run the clip.
In New York City, climb in public in front of crowds of people, rip down UN flags, rip down Israeli flags, rip down American flags on Veterans Day. When the economy is the way the economy is, when I'm paying fucking mortgage rates up, I mean, I'm getting, forget a colonoscopy. You don't need to get a colonoscopy. Go buy a house. The interest rates, go buy a car. And I know Smoking Joe has done some things for I know. But I'm telling you right now, go buy yourself, go check what it's like to buy a car. Buy a house. The money. The fucking chaos in this country. The chaos around the world. If it comes down to pig dick Donald Trump and Smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for pig dick Donald Trump is on the table. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I'll still call him slob dick Donald Trump, pig dick Donald Trump, and all that. But we need to get this whole fucking situation under control.
Like, that's just keeping it real. Now, you gonna continue to get on a panel and lie. That's what, it's just...
The challenge for President Biden is that on the facts, the economy is far better now than it was under Donald Trump, who failed in his one job, react to a crisis. As president, you're a crisis manager. He was hit with one big crisis, the pandemic, and flubbed it so thoroughly we were at 14% unemployment.
Yeah.
Yet people, I hear people
died because
and 1 million people died. Not even some people, 1 million people died because of him. And yet you have people saying, I had more money, I was richer under Trump. Not true, not possible. And the fact that he overcame his own...
How are you going to speak on someone else's finances?
How is that blood on... You could put 1 million heads on... That doesn't make sense.
Gas is higher. To get... I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, y'all. But to get certain stuff that used to be $1 at the store, it's $1.25 now. On the packages. It got to the point...
You remember the oil? Remember the barrels of oil? They're saying it was a crazy amount for oil now.
What store I went to? We went to Best Buy. And they charged us for a plastic bag. They charged...
Oh, yeah, that shit was insane.
When is the confronting gonna come? Because here you go.
Hey, you see it.
But you was just saying the other day.
He was hit with one big crisis, the pandemic, and flubbed it so thoroughly we were at 14% unemployment.
Yeah.
Yet people, I hear people
died because...
And 1 million people died. Not even some people, 1 million people died because of him. And yet you have people saying, I had more money, I was richer under Trump. Not true, not possible. And the fact that he overcame his own objection to the stimmy, signed a bill Democrats passed to give you a stimmy, then took credit for the stimmy by putting a letter in the thing when you got the stimmy that said, you're welcome, Donald Trump, even though he was against the stimmy.
Yeah.
And now you got people in the street saying, well, Trump gave me a stimmy. No, he didn't. Nancy Pelosi gave you a stimmy.
Did he finish the wall?
Did not build a wall, which is why there's barbed wire at the border, because it's water. You can't build a wall over water. Right. It's a whole Rio Grande. You can't build a wall over that. So he can't build a wall. None of it was true. Yet people, they had this mismemory of the Trump era as this great era. It was the opposite.
Wow.
Do she, okay, this is how I know that people just be talking out there, but do she know there's a river, right? And then for the actual wall, it's actually about a couple spaces far from the river.
There's plenty of space you could put
It's
that
pretty
wall.
easy to build a wall. This is America.
There's an actual wall.
We building
still.
bridges in the middle of rivers.
It's a wall.
There's
there.
underwater tunnels and shit. We can build a wall.
But like that's why it just seems like Democrats talk too much. Because at the end of the day, Trump stopped illegal immigration. I ain't gonna say he stopped it, but it was down. Joe Biden has it flooded. So let's not even act like Joe Biden trying to do something better from the illegal immigrants coming over here. Like that's basically what she basically just said.
I ain't never seen so many people die from fentanyl pills until now.
I don't get that, bro. But she had to say all that. They just talk a good game.
But
bro.
she
That shit
was
pisses me
just
off.
saying,
brother.
We finna be in
on the
another
mic,
effing war.
I need to know what she has to say about that.
She might be a real life grifter. You know how they
Bruh.
try?
She is, bro.
Bruh,
She
we
is.
knew this already.
Gotta be.
We already done talked about this.
She out here saying all this, and then what about the hot mic? She need to come on here. We need to reach out.
I don't want to talk to her.
Please let me. I'm gonna say
I
thumbhead.
don't really like Joy.
I'm gonna say.
not.
I'm gonna say bent thumbhead.
No, you're
Listen.
not. She said, nigga, get your...
Over the weekend, President Biden said he's ready to take action if Congress is serious about solving the border issue.
Yeah.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. And Congress needs to get it done.
Starting another fucking war.
To ask you, because we as people that wear microphones every day, we can relate to this. But last week you had a hot mic moment that got some attention. Let's just say you used some colorful language. Who doesn't?
Not me. I'm a Christian.
But yeah, but it seems like you were criticizing.
Is she a Christian? Because how is she a Christian and she demonized people in Iowa for being white Christians, saying
I
that
think she's
they
not.
believe God told them that they're better than people.
That's
so
why
you
she
not only
playing with-
demonize people for being Christian, and then you misconstrued the words of the Bible and the teachings of God, saying that God told them to be racist and that they're better than you claim to be Christian. I think she's a
And
grifter.
Christians mess
The
up.
way she
I
said
think she's a
that,
grifter.
the way she
Christians,
said
yeah,
that,
it doesn't even seem right.
It seems,
Christians mess up.
it seems
Nobody would've said it like
disingenuous.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
seems
don't do this. I'm a
disingenuous.
Christian.
she said,
What?
If that
This
bill were the
video is so
law
funny.
today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. And Congress needs to get
That's
it
so
done.
funny.
Starting another fucking war.
To ask you, because we as people that wear microphones every day, we can relate to this. But last week you had a hot mic moment that got some attention. Let's just say you used some colorful
Look
language.
nervous.
Who doesn't?
Not me. I'm a Christian.
But yeah, but it seems like you were.
She said, I didn't even hear her say not me. Lady, you did it.
Bro.
She said not me. So you're denying what you did
she's
now?
not denying it. She's being
Oh,
sarcastic.
you mean sarcastic?
That's why
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not. She's
She
not
gave
Christian.
it-
That's
I
We
what
can
just
she's
relate
got
to
it
this,
now.
but
She's
last
being
week you had a hot
sarcastic.
mic moment that got some attention. Let's just say you used some colorful language. Who doesn't?
Not me. I'm a Christian.
But yeah, but it seems like you were criticizing President Biden for starting
making fun
another
of
war.
Christians.
I don't think you're alone in concerns of that, but is that true? Like, what was behind this?
Well, I'm going to hit that with a cute no comment. No, but what I'm going to say is I am a person that I'm a study war no more kind of Christian. I'm a red letter Christian. I don't believe in war, whether it is the governor of Texas literally trying to start another civil war over an issue that his party could solve tomorrow. There's literally a bill that they just could pass, right? And
Pause.
do the border security issue.
The bill that they're trying to pass is supposed to let in 5,000 illegals per day, give mass amnesty, give $30 billion to Ukraine, another $14 billion
actually didn't know
to
that.
Israel, and it's also supposed to give like $5 billion to Gaza and then another $1 billion to the West Bank.
I
Of
actually
course,
didn't know
of
that.
course, they're not gonna sign
sure
that
that's-
shit.
all from Texas.
It's the border bill. I mean,
They
so-
said Texas
look
just
that
take
up,
care of the
bro.
world's problems because
So
y'all know how
time
to
out.
run shit.
Let's see if I can find
5,000 illegal immigrants coming across the Rio Grande.
it. This is
a
the bill.
day.
This is the bill.
That's
The
still a
Senate
lot.
border bill. This is from Steve Scalise, which is the House Majority Leader. He tweeted this. Here's what the people pushing this deal aren't telling you. It accepts 5,000 illegals a day, gives automatic work permits to asylum recipients, and it's a magnet for illegal immigration.
Well, how can I sign up to get permits for if this gonna pass? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Senator James
How
Langford
can I
said
give
that
me a
as
couple
well.
immigrants?
Man, you always think you can get something. Cause when the bill come out, you get some type of green light with the bill or something.
Hey,
bro.
I'm just trying to
You
figure
always trying to
out.
add yourself into the bill.
I'm just
some
trying to.
shit, man.
Hey, if something happen, I'm just trying to say, how can I get me a
Man,
couple
all we can
immigrants?
get out-
They trying to get to that.
all
They
we
trying to
can
take
get-
advantage of it. They said, so you telling me I could?
That's what I heard. You know
you
what listen.
always trying to find a way to get you something.
Hey,
loophole with that. Then you trying to find a loophole with a immigration bill.
that's what they doing. You just heard what he just said.
Here it is.
To give them work.
Okay, maybe I messed up, but there is a $118 billion bipartisan bill, $60 billion in military aid to Ukraine, $14 billion to Israel, and $20 billion for border security. But we know that there's no border security, so there's gonna fucking.
So how
who knows what that
I heard 2
$20
million and billions. So we giving billions to somebody else, and
I
we
said
putting
$60 billion to Ukraine, $14 billion to Israel, and $20 billion to border security. But we know there's no
20
border.
billion, okay.
There's no border security. So where is that money supposed to go?
cartel. Not sorry.
That's 400% more tax money for foreign countries that's being spent in our own country.
That's insane to me. That's like
Okay.
Just don't make no sense.
It doesn't make any
That's
sense
like-
because y'all were trying to get Border Patrol off their duty.
Did y'all see what 50
what?
Cent put on Instagram?
No.
It was actually beautiful to me.
True. Like, what was behind this? Well, I'm going to hit that with a cute no comment. No, but what I'm going to say is I am a person that I'm a study war no more kind of Christian. I'm a red letter Christian. I don't believe in war, whether it is the governor of Texas literally trying to start another civil war over an issue that his party could solve tomorrow. There's literally a bill that they just could pass, right, and do the border security issue. Or whether it's in the Middle East. I was deeply against the Iraq War. I'm an anti-war person. And so, you know, I don't want to say that there's any side that is specifically to blame here. But I think I think for most Americans, we're war weary. I think we're all weary of conflict, and we would like to see us progress economically, socially, try to bring this country back from the brink of racial hatred. Let's not do war at all.
Yeah.
Let's not kill people. Let's not kill people. And I mean, what's happening in Gaza has shaken everyone. Like, let's not do that.
And if you find that war is happening, at least let us know who's gotten hit, because I haven't heard very much about the 3 young people who lost their lives that night, and I want to hear more. But we'll have more with Joy Reid when we come back.
I feel like us not trying to have people handle conflicts is our problems in today's society right now, because everybody think because you feel some type of way, everything gotta go off your feelings.
I've never understood like the whole point of like Americans or like the American government being so quick to jump on military conflict in other countries. I feel like it'd be more productive to just make sure it couldn't happen to us.
Imagine if we spent all our money on all our military budget on us, every dollar.
Imagine if we spent that freaking billions of dollars that we send to other countries who don't care about our red, white, and blue stars and stripes.
I can't believe what Whoopi said at the end, though. That shit was insane.
Oh, I don't like Whoopi Goldberg.
She basically
I don't like
saying
Whoopi Cushion.
that they didn't get the recognition that they deserved because they were black. So the 3 soldiers were black soldiers that died. Does anything that not spew out of y'all mouth not be woke?
And given these bombings are being done using our tax dollars, perhaps we should ask some questions. For example, how does bombing a densely populated land strip filled 50% with children constitute self-defense? How does bombing hospitals, churches, mosques, and UN schools constitute self-defense?
Okay.
Well, you say if Hamas fighters are hiding in the hospital using the civilians as human shields, okay, let's say they are. Are you arguing that flattening the hospital and killing newborns in their incubators and their moms in the NICU, cancer patients, someone with a broken leg, the doctors, nurses, and just the women and kids hiding in the hospital, that's not a war crime? Because you would be wrong, according to international law.
Let me ask you this question. If you were to discover, the Israeli military were to discover that Yahya Sinwar, who is the Hamas militant who planned the 10/7 attacks, was actually hiding in Israeli territory, hiding in a hospital there with his militants, with his men, would Israel drop 2,000-pound bombs on that hospital?
No, we'd probably, if it was inside Israel and we had control of the ground, we'd send in our special forces, as we have in the past when you've got sort of terrorist situations, and we would eliminate him. And we've now.
And you would not do that in Gaza?
We have sent ground forces into Gaza. We're losing soldiers in very difficult firefights between us and the Hamas terrorists. We will reach Sinwar. It's only a matter of time.
Well, we gotta find a better way to handle it.
I'm actually more worried about America being attacked than any other country. Like,
So that-
I would rather see tax dollars spent on making sure we're safe than caring about another country. Sue me for that. I'm sorry.
I wonder would she had the same, outlook when, say if your country is the country that have been attacked attacked and you have to defend that. Will they say don't defend the country?
I don't think our tax dollars should go to defending another country that's not putting their hand on the heart to the stars and stripes.
That's actually interesting from MSNBC to support Palestine, though. I mean, they're left. A lot of left people was, but that's one of them ones that, left, right people was getting, kind of mixed up.
That was very, very...
They was getting mixed up with it, so I'm surprised that they were doing that.
I just want to know what she gonna feel if America gets attacked. I wonder what she's the first thing
I'm pretty sure nobody would like that, buddy.
I'm just saying, does she believe that we should defend ourselves? Or, let people just roll over us?
Why would she say that? You said based off that clip that sounded like that?
Yes, I think she was just saying, no, guys.
She was basically saying that they were fucked up for what they were doing.
Okay, let's think about Pearl Harbor if we was in the same situation.
Their brother, she didn't say anything wrong to me in those clips about Hamas and all that.
Y'all, we disagree on this topic, so I'm choosing peace.
So if some terrorists were in a hospital in the United States, the only option is to go into that hospital on foot. That's basically what she said.
I'm saying if they did it to us. I'm just saying as us as the defense. I'm not talking about Israel or none of that. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm saying what would her response be if she watched her homeland and her family physically get hit with something that is bad? What would her response be? Would she be like, hey, we should stop and not do this and we should come out with a peaceful, moral way, or should we fight about it?
Okay, I see what you're saying then.
I'm just not going down this road today.
As the world watches the devastation unfold in Ukraine, nearly 4,000 miles away, another crisis is deepening that we don't hear much about in the U.S., and that is the war in Yemen. In March of 2015, a Saudi-led coalition, backed by the United States, intervened militarily in Yemen in a bid to fight Iran-backed Houthi rebels. It has triggered one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world due to widespread hunger, disease, and attacks on civilians. Whoa. 4 million Yemenis have been forced to flee their homes. Now, what we're seeing in Ukraine is absolutely the worst humanitarian crisis that Europe has seen in decades. But we haven't witnessed the same type of solidarity for the Yemenis as we do for the Ukrainians. We don't see historic sanctions or global campaigns, corporations like Airbnb and Netflix taking a stand. And this is not to say that we shouldn't care this much for Ukraine. Far from it. The point is we should also care this much for refugees and those facing occupation and war in the Middle East and Asia and Africa, too. The coverage of Ukraine has revealed a pretty radical disparity in how human Ukrainians look and feel to Western media compared to their browner and blacker counterparts, with some reporters using very telling comparisons in their analyses of the war.
It's very emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed, children being killed every day with Putin's missiles.
The unthinkable has happened to them. And this is not a developing third world nation. This is Europe.
This isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen.
Civilized. Okay, let's face it. The world is paying attention because this is happening in Europe. If this was happening anywhere else, would we see the same outpouring of support and compassion? Well, we don't need to ask ourselves if the international response would be the same if Russia unleashed their horror on a country that wasn't white and largely Christian. Because Russia has already done it in Syria. This is a teachable moment for us in the media. We aren't afraid to call out our own industry. There is a lot of soul searching that we need to do in Western media about why some wars and lives seem to matter more than others.
I can see where she's coming from, though, in that scenario.
I haven't seen Jordan really talk like this. I mean,
that's the support Ukraine train.
No, I think she's saying she's not in support of it because she's saying she's pretty much saying why,
she's saying why do people care so much about Ukraine but they don't care
about what happened in Africa and all that.
Yeah, she said they care about them because they resemble white people, Europeans, and they don't care about the Middle East because they're brown and darker skinned is what she said.
Yeah, that's what she pretty much.
That's why she was picking apart bro's words. He said they're blue eyes, they look European, and then dude said they're civilized and not from a place where you would expect something like this. So they're trying to make people feel like, oh, you feel some kinship.
But
they had a genocide going on in Africa that was not at all.
Oh, so she was comparing Ukraine to Yemen.
She was
she was
like,
like people care a lot about what's happening in Ukraine. They don't care about what's
Israel,
happening in Yemen.
Ukraine. I was like, what? Okay, I guess.
But Ukraine is way bigger than Yemen.
So I
right?
see what happened.
Probably.
Here. So the whole complimation was because she was on the hot mic talking about how she didn't want to start another war. This and that. She's anti-war, and she was saying she was so anti-war. But then in all those clips, she was talking about funding wars.
She was saying she's like anti-war. Then she said she doesn't pay attention to war or something.
No, she said I just remember she said she's anti-war.
She was being anti-war in these clips though.
No, she was talking about basically like we need to help them.
No, okay, yeah, she did say that definitely.
So that's funding the war.
Yeah, that is okay.
What's she saying? Help them? Because she said the reason Yemen was messed up is because we went over there to fight some terrorists.
So it's like it seemed like she's talking about it, like just talking about it, ain't gonna do nothing. She's talking about it obviously because she wants us to help. She's like, why are we helping Ukraine? We got all this Airbnb. I want to help Ukraine, but y'all don't help Yemen.
Was that in the bill? Was Ukraine in the bill?
$60 billion of military aid to Ukraine.
Yeah, so I don't think she's talking about Ukraine. She wasn't talking about helping Ukraine. She's talking about helping like Yemen. And
I think she was talking about helping the poor people in Yemen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, helping them.
So Russia is fighting Ukraine, and
Hamas.
Yemen? Yemen has just like a terrorist group over there going on. Like, why were they kicked out? Why were they kicked out?
Something with some Middle East.
They kicked them out.
Beef.
Basically.
They said the Houthis was over there, so we went over there to stop them, and they tore up everything and made everybody. But she had said something. She was like, but then if you go back to the beginning when they asked her in the hot mic, she said she was anti-war. She said she was like war something.
Yeah, she was like, remember she said
she
Joe
doesn't
Biden
pay
started
attention
another
to it.
effing war.
Yeah.
So like it's like because Joe Biden is funding these wars. That's what everybody keeps saying. What she was saying was almost contradicting what she had said in the past.
I believe so. I believe that was the purpose of the. I believe that was the purpose of the compilation.
But do y'all think what she said was contradicting?
She was just pointing out like the how people care about Ukraine and they don't care about Yemen, and they care about Ukraine because they're white.
Well,
basically,
only
they don't
thing
care about.
I was gonna say the only thing I could really say
But is that not facts? I'm sorry.
only thing I got from the video, she still don't care, she don't want no war. But I know at the end part or the end couple of clips, I know she was talking about assisting them people that's getting affected. That's why she was talking about. That's why we were seeing them camps and stuff. That's what I was thinking. I don't know what she was talking about. We're supposed to help aid them people that's getting moved and all that stuff.
She didn't specifically say that, but she was just pointing out that we are helping these other people
and we're not
helping them. Which I mean they're not allies, so I can understand that, but. Is she for the bill? I think she is.
It's crazy that
but if you're for the bill, then you are kind of for war, But then you could be for helping people also. So it's kind of
it is a sticky.
How you supposed to help everybody though? I don't understand. Like why
But why funding those countries helping? It's not going to help us for sure, but is it going to help them?
No, they want us to help.
Are they going to be in a better situation?
Because remember, Vivek saying all the money going to Ukraine was. Building people bigger houses who are already rich.
Yeah, they said this. They said this is money laundering at its highest order right now. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what some people say on the internet.
Like hearing these clips, like I think Joe Reid is a little
griffer.
Yeah, she is a griffer for sure. Grifter, but those clips made me seem a little better about it, but at the same time, it's still a bullshit script though, so I can't really say that.
I'm still not a huge fan.
I stand where I stand.
Those sounded a little bit better than what the hell we've seen. I've never watched Joe Reid in my life besides the race baiting.
Hey, I promise you, if we stop talking about race, I bet race will never be a problem no more in
That's
America.
what we should do.
Yeah,
that's what we should do.
We should have a campaign say stop talking about race.
We should erase race.